Corn Island was first inhabited by the Kukra Indians. They were short with stock, with chubby looks and flat faces, and they would have the ears and nose pierced. And they would seldom come and go from the island in their little dories, as we would call it. The Mosquito Indians drive them away eventually, along with the pirates that came to the island to get water and whatever they could find and from the island to steal.
This is my mother and my father. His name is Jeremiah Tucker, and her name was Gladys Quinn. They were both born on Corn Island, and it goes way back, you know. Her ancestor came here to Corn Island in the early 17th century, and they were English. And when they came to Corn Island, unfortunately, he was a pirate, and his name was Kirkpatrick Quinn. And then he married the chief daughter. So she was the princess, and he changes her name because she had an Indian name, and then he changes her name to Emilia. And that was all started. Then he came to the island, and when he came, he brought different family with him.
1787, it was found on Corn Island. There was a man, by a slave owner, to be frank, by the name of Robert Hudson. He was found residing here on Corn Island with 142 slaves. With these slaves, he also had corn field and cane field also, and cotton, especially cotton. He would send to Liverpool, England, to exchange for different items.
Life was very simple, but happy. Very happy life, you know. Can you imagine? I knew nothing about the TV on Corn Island. I knew nothing about the radio, because we grew up without a radio, without a TV. And yeah, so it was simple. Oh, I remember my uncle and granduncle, they used to play the guitar. That was one of the tradition here, music. Everyone did their guitar, mandolin, banjo, violin, piano, organ. They had it all on Corn Island. Can you imagine now we don't even have that?
If I had to trace my roots, I wouldn't know where to start. My grandfather is from Jamaica, and that's from father's side. My grandmother descended from the United States. That's from father's side, and then from mother's side, my grandmother is Colombian and my grandfather Irish. So where do I start? But, you know, I identify with the black race, and obviously I'm Caribbean, I'm from Corn Island.
But when Sonia get up, what happened?
You have in black blood, which we would say Negro blood. You have in also British blood. You have in Indian blood. And with all of those mixtures, we would say it's come right down to being a Creole.
I was about 14 years when I started working. And I started on a farm that my father had on the San Juan River. And I did that for many years. Between time, I went to Managua to school, and then later on, I came back to the island. We migrated back to the island from the San Juan River, and by this time, the fishing had started. And I don't know that I'm one of the most important, but maybe one of the most consistent fishermen. I started as an artisanal fisherman, and obviously there was a lot of product at that time, and most of the fishermen were satisfied to go out, once or twice a week. I wanted to fish every day. Said I wasn't the best fisherman, but maybe one of the most consistent. And obviously I was focused a lot on producing. And I saved some of the money. Some I do like what any other fisherman does. But some I saved and reinvested in the business. And over the years, I built a fleet of boats, and then decades later, I bought my first plant, and so I just kind of went on that way. It's a process of about 50 years. So.
My body's trembling, my heart just keeps a beat. I cry down my tears, without you I cannot sleep. Your memories on my pillow tells me you
Hey,